Hi everybody, I'm Amanda the G, and today I am wearing superheroes on my shirt because I thought it was very appropriate when I'm going over my plan to save the world. Now by save the world, what I actually mean is my own personal plan for how to deal with the student loan debt crisis in America. I know I don't get political on this channel like ever, but it is election season for a while and there's still a crap ton of candidates out there, and let me tell you, some of them have plans to help with it and some of them aren't gonna help very much. So I figured I'm gonna give you what I think is a really great plan, and if you think it's a really great plan too, one, let me know in the comments, but two, share this video with any representative for you, like any of your government representatives or any of the candidates that you either want to vote for or have voted for or will vote for, or any of the candidates in general, because the best thing that I think that could come out of this video is a good plan in order to help with the giant crisis that we have in the United States with student loan debt, speaking from experience from somebody who's 6 figures in debt and will never get out of it. Also with this plan, at least I personally think it stands a pretty good chance of passing. So although I very much love Bernie Sanders' plan to just goodbye student loan debt, like I would fall to the ground crying. I would be inconsolable at that point out of sheer relief. I'm not really sure that all the representatives in our government are going to be all on board with that, and I think it might be a bit difficult to actually push through. The other plan that's a big one is Senator Warren's plan, which is to remove $50,000 from everybody's student loan debt, which would leave a lot of people without any debt at all, a lot of which I know, but unfortunately for me, I would be in the set of people who just got reset to the amount of money they took out, which is not going to really be, that doesn't help me. I've been paying for a decade. How would that just, more than a decade, how would that just reset me back to where I started? Because there's a problem, okay? And the problem is interest rates, and it's a huge ordeal. And also, I don't know if that would necessarily pass or not because it's basically considered like a handout, and I know that a lot of people, a lot of boomers, are really mad at my generation, although I don't think they realize how old millennials are, and they're probably really much more mad at Generation Z, but they like yell at millennials all the time, like we're trying to get a handout. No, we're trying to save our damn lives, okay? Boomers were able to go to college and also work and pay like pretty much all of college, and then it got astronomical. It was more than $50,000 a year to go to college when I was in school. That's insane. So now getting into my plan and how my plan would be better. My plan is going to be addressing the interest rate problem. Now we also have to address, at the same time, you have to address the amount of money that college actually costs, and you need to start capping it and capping what universities are allowed to charge, and you also have to get rid of the whole like, we're going to give you a discount in state schools for in-state versus out-of-state, because I got the exact same education as someone else who was there, but I didn't live in the state for long enough. Even though I lived in the state the entire time that I was in school, I didn't live in the state for long enough to qualify for that, so I ended up paying like $30,000 more for my grad school than my classmates, which is ridiculous. So we need to get rid of that. But on top of that, you have to address not only going forward, but the whole mass that we have of student loan debt right now, because it's stopping people from living their lives. So my plan is to have a flat interest rate, not a compound interest rate, and the flat either 2% or 3%. I know that 3% is probably more likely to pass, so I'm totally cool with that. I have interest rates that are like 9.5%. It's ridiculous. I know people with 13.5%. You need to cap it at 2 to 3%. There's no way that people can pay back those loans if you keep having these 8.5% interest rates. It's ridiculous. So 2 to 3% flat. It should never capitalize, it should never compound, there should be no interest at all while you're still in school. Then on top of that, what they need to do is take all of the money that people have paid and all of their loans, and a one-time to fix everything, take all of the interest that has been accrued on those loans and remove it from the balance of the loan. So therefore, every penny that you paid into it was a penny towards principal. Then put that 2 to 3% starting from that day that they did that. So a lot of people will be out of their loans at that point. It may not be as much as that $50,000. I'm not entirely sure. It kind of depends on how much money you took out and how high your interest rates were and that kind of thing. I'd have to like individually do numbers, which I'm totally cool with. So if y'all want me to individually do numbers, leave me numbers below. I will do the math for that. I love doing math. But it would take someone who's in a position like mine and make it a lot better, because myself, all of my friends, we've been paying for more than 10 years on our loans, and a lot of us aren't even down to the amount that we took out, which is ridiculous, or you're like barely under the amount you took out. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not saying I don't want to pay my loans back. I'm saying I want to be able to pay my loans back. And the way that it is now, I can't, because I'm on the income-based repayment program, which is also a program we can't get rid of, but another program that needs to be addressed, again, in my plan. Included in my plan is that we can keep the income-based repayment program the way that it is. It's a % of your AGI, and you take that for 25 years, and then they forgive the rest of it. But the forgiving the rest of it is the part that we have to address right now, because right now it's currently forgiven as a gift, which is going to be taxed at like 40%, which is ridiculous. So you need to take that and redo that, put an amendment in there to that, so that that last thing, if you still want to tax it, that's fine, but it needs to be taxed no more than like 10%, ideally 5. Because you're not really getting that money. It's not like the government is giving me thousands of dollars. It's just telling me I don't have to keep paying, even though I would have at that point already overpaid all of my loans. So it's, when you're paying everything back, it's kind of like a dick move to be like, you've overpaid everything, but now we're gonna like royally fuck you again. So basically, to condense it down, my plan is to remove all of the interest that has been paid on any student loan so far, adjust it so every penny has gone towards the principal, take that new principal amount for everyone, put a flat 2 to 3% interest rate that cannot be raised, okay? Flat 2 to 3% doesn't change with time on that loan, and let people pay off the rest of that. At the same time, taking the IBR and similar programs that royally screw you later and changing that percentage that's taxed on the forgiveness at the end from the astronomically high down to 5% ideally, potentially 10% if people are going to be dicks about pushing the program through. Then on top of that, no out-of-state fees for going to a state school, and limiting the amount of money that colleges can charge, and also no interest capitalizes while you're still in school. I think it's pretty damn brilliant, but again, the best thing that I feel like can come out of this video, the absolute best thing that could ever happen, is not even for this plan to necessarily be put into place, but if it is, it's gonna help a lot of people. But any plan that can help people being put into place, because we're all royally screwed. So again, if you like this plan, if you agree with this plan, or if you agree with parts of this plan, or any of that, please, please, please spread this video around. Let people see it, let the legislators see it, because no matter how much I tweet at people, they ain't gonna see it, they ain't gonna understand my plan. But it could really, really help people, and it'd be really nice if something could actually help people for once. Stay fresh, cheese bags. And I won't be political next week, okay? I never really make political videos. But also, vote please. Thank you.